Hey Yorba Linda, do you love buying flowers but hate that after a few days they start wilting? Well, then today's episode just might be for you. Because on today's Yorba Linda Small Business Spotlight, I'm sitting down with Kathy, and she's the owner of Glorious Flowers. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about herself, her background, the touching story on how she became the owner of Glorious Flowers, as well as what makes this business so unique. It's not only flowers, it's events, it's subscriptions, and also the quality of flowers they use. So let's go ahead and get into it. Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. So today I am here with Kathy and Michelle from Glorious Flowers. So thank you for joining me, and thank you for bringing me into this beautiful place of yours and where you make all the arrangements that we see all around town. So the first question that I always have is, before we get into the business side of things, which as you could probably guess is flowers, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and kind of what got you here?
Sure. So one of the things is that Gloria and Al Cruz started this business in 2002. And my husband would order flowers from Glorious Flowers. And one of the things that he used to do is say, Gloria would say, "How much trouble are you in, Jeff? Are you in big trouble or little trouble?" And he would always say big or little. Most of the time it was big, right? So Gloria would make these beautiful arrangements. And a couple of years ago, I called over at the store and talked to Michelle on the phone, and I asked to talk to Gloria. And Michelle informed me that Gloria had passed away the night before of breast cancer. So I'm a breast cancer survivor, 5 years this year, October. And so I wanted to see the business survive and stay in business for the legacy of Gloria.
Yeah.
So I reached out to the kids and told them I would invest in the business. And thankfully Michelle has stayed on board, and she's the designer, and she makes beautiful flowers. Yep. And so we've kept this legacy going for Gloria and Al. Okay. So that's the important thing here.
Got it. And then a little bit in terms of the background on yourself, before you kind of took this over, did you always grow up wanting to own a business? What was a little bit of background before you kind of got to that point?
Yeah, so when I was young, in my 20s, my family owns a bakery that makes buns for about 5,000 restaurants currently today. Okay. And I was in the restaurant business, owned 4 restaurants at one time in the age of 21 years old. I started in the mortgage business, and I've always been an entrepreneur. I've always owned my own businesses. Okay. Today I run a title escrow company owned by Fidelity National Title. Yep. And so I've always been that entrepreneur kind of
Sounds
situation.
Like you're very good at keeping yourself busy.
Really busy, yes, that's very, very true.
Okay. Now let's go ahead and kind of shift gears toward the actual business side of things. So for anybody that hasn't heard of you before, can you kind of go over a little bit about what this business is, what you offer, and maybe who is the best clients to come in here for you?
Yeah. I mean, actually everybody, right? Yeah. I mean, one of the things that we did here was we created a membership program, which is really, really cool, because if a husband or even a wife or kids or anybody wants to send something on their birthday or anniversary or Valentine's Day, they don't have to think about it, right? They can just go online, schedule it, put the flowers that they like. The most important thing is the flowers and what anniversary or what date it is, birthdays or anything like that, and you don't have to think about it.
Got it. That makes life real easy. So beginning of the year, you sign up, you're good to go for the year, everything's taken care of.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. And then I'm guessing you also do different special occasions, things like weddings, those type of things with flowers.
We do weddings, we did the Nixon Library, we've done a lot of stuff for the community. Okay. We're really involved with the community. We think giving back is really, really important. Yeah. Okay. And so we do a lot of that, but we do weddings and all kinds of different things. Anything that you need flowers for, we do.
Got it. Now, if someone comes in and doesn't really know what to get, what's the process of kind of going through to try to figure out what would be the best arrangement for them? Because that happens often, at least in my case. I come in, give me something, but I'm not really sure what I'm looking for. How does that whole process work with you?
Yeah. Michelle is really good at it. She's been doing this for a long, long time. So she kind of sits down and asks them, like, what flowers are their favorite, or what kind of flowers do you like, or what do you want? And then price range, right, of how much you want to spend. One of the things that is really important with Gloria's Flowers is we buy really high quality flowers. So they last a lot longer than if you're going to a grocery store or another store. We don't believe in buying cheap. And it lasts, you know, I've had flowers that have lasted 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, right? So I think it's really important for the quality as well, right? So Michelle really guides people through this and, you know, how much they want to spend, or how does it want to look like, or they spring in pictures, or just different things like that that we can create. And she's phenomenal at it. They're really good at what, you know, we're really good at what we do.
All the time. So I can see the beautiful arrangements that are pretty much made daily here on there.
That's right.
And then the last thing I want to bring up about the business, because again, I see it all the time. You're posting it on Instagram, as well as promoting a lot of these things, is you also host events here as well, which is kind of unique for a flower shop.
We do. We did a pumpkin one. We're going to do a Christmas one. We can do cheeses, and you can book parties online. Any kind of parties that you want to do, if it's you know, wedding, you know, baby shower, anything like that you want to do and want us to host, we can host it for you here. And just whatever the theme is, we create different themes for you, and it's really fun. We get a lot of women together, and some men come together. So I mean, there's, you know,
it sounds like a good time. So you're basically kind of guiding them through the process of making an arrangement with flowers and that type of thing.
We teach them how to make the arrangement. We give them the different flowers. They tell us what flowers they like. So a lot of them like different flowers. So we give them all the flowers to do it, and then we create the arrangements. They actually make the arrangements, and it's really cool. And then they take that arrangement home, and it's really a lot of fun.
So the last question that I always like to ask on this is, why did you choose to kind of keep this going inside Yorba Linda specifically?
Well, Yorba Linda is a small little community, right? And there's a lot of really great people. And I've lived in the community for over 20 years. My kids have grown up here. My husband was an original, graduated from El Dorado High School. He was the original class that graduated.
So you've got some history here.
Yeah, we do. And, you know, I think it's really important to stay in the community. And people are so awesome here. And just very friendly, and, you know, just a great community to live in.
Got it. So if someone does want to explore a little bit more about the different arrangements you offer or the different events, what is the best way for them to get a hold of you?
Well, you guys can go on to the website, right? So you can go on to Gloria's Flowers, OC, which is on Instagram, and then Gloria's Flowers, YL@.com. You can go on that website. You can also call, and Michelle is happy to consult you and find out what you want or what you need. So it's a very friendly, family-oriented business. We're all here to help, and, you know, weddings and all that stuff are super important to us.
Yeah, I'm sure that's kind of where flower shops, I'm guessing the bread and butter is for most flower shops, is those special events going through there.
Absolutely.
Do you have a special event that you like the most out of all the ones that you do, or are they all kind of a different?
You know, the weddings are really, really awesome, because you see the brides and you see, you know, the excitement and all that stuff. The Nixon Library is really important to us. And we do a lot of charity events. We did War Heroes on the Water, which is an event for war heroes. So we do a lot of stuff for charity and for people, right? This is really important to have beautiful flowers.
Mix of that. Yeah, exactly.
Flowers make you feel happy. And so it's really important, I think, to have flowers, and I love them. And unfortunately, my husband doesn't send flowers to me anymore. I have to call for them. But anyway.
Well, if you've never explored Gloria's Flowers before, if you're looking for an arrangement, or if you want to be able to set everything up at the beginning of the year as one of their memberships, so everything's taken care of, you don't have to worry about it, or if you want to host an event, either one of the events that they have here, or basically custom create your own, you definitely want to make sure you follow them, check them out, They post all the time on Instagram, so if you want to see different arrangements they make, it's definitely a great place to go as well. So Kathy, Michelle, thank you again for joining me. And everybody out there, until next week, stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll see you on the next show. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.